Better get your credit card ready on the side, because today we are going to travel around the world to taste some of the most exquisite foods to exist.
Show me.
Worth their weight in gold and then some. Here are the top 10 most luxurious foods from around the world. 10. Wagyu Beef.
Or is it Wagyu again for breakfast, Raymond?
Wagyu, which literally means Japanese cow, is like the Rolls Royce of the beef world and is considered one of the most expensive meats on the market. And my aficionados will know that the telltale signs of excellent Wagyu beef is the beautiful and intricate marbling of fat on the meat. To deliver the best quality meat possible, the cows themselves are bred and raised in a specific way to yield the best meat possible. They are typically fed a specific diet of rice, wheat, and hay on fattening farms. All the effort is very obviously reflected in its price. According to Business Insider, the price for a cut of Wagyu depends on its grade, meaning the higher the grade, the more expensive the meat. High-grade Wagyu meat can go for an eye-popping $200 per pound only, and if you're looking for something a little more luxurious, then look no further than the olive Wagyu, which goes for a mind-boggling $300 per pound.
What?
9. Ubari King Melons.
What are your superpowers again? I'm rich.
One thing's for sure when it comes to fruits, Japan has some of the most expensive ones in the world, like the Ubari King melons. Now these gorgeous and perfectly round melons are similar to the Densuki Watermelons and are among the most expensive fruits not just in Japan, but in the world. What makes them so unique is that they're considered a hybrid between two types of cantaloupe. On top of that, they're like the divas of the fruit kingdom, because they need a particular type of soil to grow in and require constant care. These bad babies typically sell for around $200 per melon.
It's too much! It's too much!
Might seem like a little bit too much, but the minute you taste the melon sweetness, you'll agree they're worth every dollar spent. 8. Beluga Caviar.
I'm brushing my teeth with caviar and foie gras.
Rose's blue diamond necklace on the Titanic might have been expensive, but it's safe to say that the caviar on board was worth more than its weight in gold. It's usually served as an appetizer, typically on toast points or blinis, and can sometimes even be paired up with sour cream, chives, and lemon. Now the most expensive type of caviar you can get your hands on is the Beluga Caviar, which comes from the beluga sturgeon. These beauties can weigh over a whopping 600 pounds.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
The popularity of Beluga Caviar has led to belugas being overfished to the T, and is one of the main reasons why this caviar is priced high to the heavens and just climbs up every single year. The import of Beluga Caviar is banned in the United States, but if you're cuckoo for caviar, you can get US-raised Beluga Caviar from Sturgeon Aqua Farms in northern Florida. But you gotta keep in mind that it'll run you $830 for just 28 grams from their retail market.
Oh, too expensive!
7. Saffron.
What is this in here? Saffron?
If there's one spice in the world that could be used as literal currency considering how pricey it is, it would be saffron. The spice is made of the dried delicate stigma of the saffron crocus flower. What sets it apart from the others is its unique flavor and aroma that's floral, honey-like, with slight notes of bitterness. The flowers are grown in Iran, and you'll find them being used in a number of Iranian, Moroccan, and Indian dishes. Saffron is the most expensive spice in the world by weight, mostly because of the painstaking process of harvesting the stigma. Oh yes, it's all done manually. On top of that, each crocus flower only makes 3 strands of saffron, and they must be removed one at a time using tweezers. It's because of this process alone that saffron retails between $10 and $20 per gram. 6. Matsutaki Mushrooms.
What?
Now this wouldn't be a list of luxury foods around the world if the Matsutaki mushrooms didn't make an entrance. These babies are highly prized in Japanese cuisine and are one of the most expensive types of mushrooms in the world. They have a strong, earthy aroma and a firm, meaty texture. These large mushrooms are native to Japan. Like truffles, they cannot be grown on farms in the sort. Instead, they have to be foraged around the roots of red pine trees. Because of a roundworm that has been damaging the pine trees, these mushrooms have dropped in numbers at a rapid pace over the last 7 decades. And that's exactly why they're priced to the gods. Get ready for this, because it'll make you spill your water out. These special mushrooms can cost as much as $1,000 per pound.
How?
5. Kopi Luwak coffee.
What is this?
This coffee might not be everyone's ideal kupa in the morning, but if you're a coffee enthusiast, you'd know that Kupa Luwak is as exquisite as it gets. Along with being top tier, the coffee has a highly unusual origin. It's made from coffee beans that have been eaten and excreted by Asian palm civets. The magic happens inside the civet's digestive tract,
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
where the beans are fermented and partially broken down, giving the coffee a rich, smooth flavor with hints of chocolate and even caramel. Considering how harvesting the beans is very labor intensive, it has a limited supply and is the reason why Kopi Luwak is one of the most expensive coffees in the world at a staggering $600 per pound. 4. Iberico Ham. Wagyu might take the cake for being the most expensive fresh meat, but in the world of cured meats, Iberico ham reigns supreme. Produced in Spain and Portugal, it has a pretty complex nutty flavor with hints of acorn, herbs, and spices. The best way to enjoy it is by cutting it into thin slices and eating it on its own, so you can savor the fireworks of flavor in your mouth. This mouth-watering meat is made from the Iberian pig, a breed that is known for its unique flavor and texture. But you gotta play the waiting game with Iberian ham, because after it's processed, the meat is salted, dried, and aged for up to 3 years. And mainly because of the time involved in making it, Iberico ham is worth a pretty penny. Like a single 13 to 17 pound leg can cost you between $500 and $4,500. 3. Densuki Watermelon.
Holy watermelon!
Next on the list of insanely priced fruits in Japan, you've got the Densuki Watermelon, also known as black watermelon. Now this is a pretty rare and unique melon that only grows in northern Japan. And this isn't your ordinary backyard watermelon, because not only is it sickeningly sweet, but the flavor profile has hints of strawberry or honeydew melon. What's cool is that these melons are grown in the volcanic soil of the island of Hokkaido, which is rich in minerals and nutrients. Since only 10,000 are grown each year, it explains why you'd need an army to pay for them. These gorgeous black watermelons usually get around $250 at stores, but have sold at the auction for over $6,000. 2. Bluefin Tuna. Time to take a dip in the luxurious seafood around the world again, and this time we've got bluefin tuna on the menu. Surprisingly, this tuna is highly prized in Japan, where it is a staple of sushi and sashimi because it has a rich, buttery flavor and tender texture. Unfortunately, its popularity has led to overfishing. It's now an endangered species. It's the reason why bluefin tuna is worth its weight in gold, quite literally. Just back in January 2023, a 212 kilogram bluefin tuna sold for a whopping $273,000. That breaks down to $1,287 per kilo. In sushi restaurants, single pieces of bluefin tuna could cost between $10 and $80. A single piece. 1. Ruby Roman grapes. It's highly unlikely, if you ask yourself what are the most expensive foods in the world, that grapes would ever cross your mind. Ruby Roman grapes are a rare and exclusive variety of grapes that are only grown in, you guessed it, Japan. These puppies are known for their large size, with each grape weighing up to 20 grams each. Ruby Roman grapes are very sweet, with a rich, fruity flavor, which is very similar to wine grapes. The reason why they're pricey is because farmers limit the number of grapes per vine. These grapes are priced by category, with superior bunches going for $90 to $140, and special superior bunches costing between $180 and $450. The rarest of all, the premium Ruby Roman grapes can go for $1,000 per bunch. And that wraps up our mouth-watering list. Comment below and tell us which food had you salivating the most. Follow us for more foodie content.